What is up, you guys? We're here for our weekly manifestation oracle reading. Kind of tired. I just finished filming the New Moon in Virgo workshop. I started it before work, filmed for about an hour, then went to work, came home, filmed for another probably 45 minutes. It was a long one, but this is our big new moon of Virgo before Rosh Hashana. And so this was sort of like our big Rosh Hashana reading in a sense, but it is, it's a good one. So I'll be editing that and posting it as soon as I get it finished tomorrow. And then hopefully it'll be up earlier so it can be there the day before, so it'll be available for the full day of the new moon. So yeah, just a little bit tired, so this might be a short one. Our first card that came up is music for manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, or sing or play music. This card comes up quite often for us, and I will just have to say that I do try to at least choose genres that reflect the mood that I want to create. If I want to feel abundant and I want to attract wealth and opulence and feel confident and sexy, I usually listen to rap or maybe disco or something like that, like themes of music that make you feel abundant, sexy, confident, empowered. If I want to attract in love or romance or feelings of that nature, I like to listen to music that has a romantic tone and it makes me feel the way that I would like to feel in a relationship. I try to be careful though about listening to songs that have a negative message or sing about negative patterns, which unfortunately half of the best songs in music history are usually talking about how love has failed. Or how life has, given them difficulties. So again, it's not that we have to cut out all music that is negative, but if you want to get into like a visualization state and use this intentionally for manifesting and use it to help you visualize, like what I do is I will set aside like time for that. Like for instance, I love running, not as much of like I need to burn calories or anything like that, but I need to exert that energy. And I also I love the way that like it gets your endorphins going, but also like I like to visualize my goals and dreams and my intentions while I'm running and listening to that music that's reinforcing that mood. While all of my energy is like surging and malleable and my blood's flowing and all of that. Sometimes I'm not as discerning or discriminating, when I'm just dancing or, setting a mood or whatever. Maybe I'm just in the mood to hear a song or I've got a song stuck in my head. But sometimes when I'm intentionally setting aside time to do like I think of it as a moving meditation. But there's different ways to meditate. And that for me, music in an active state of meditation where I'm visualizing and running, I think it's really, really useful and really powerful. Okay, what else do we need to know for the coming, also, so during the next 2 or 3 weeks, we have this window of Rosh Hashana opening up, all of this like light coming in from the creator, and it's just like washing down over us. And so we're drawing all that in. Well, over the next couple of weeks, that light is going to be setting and solidifying in our soul, building a solid foundation for the year to build on. So we want to stay in a state of joy, of dancing, of gladness, of laughter, of happiness over the next couple of weeks, over the next 3-week period. That protects the light and seals it in. It keeps you in that high state of certainty and surrender in the creator. Laughter is the most surrendered you can be in. Dancing too, you're completely let go. You're letting, the flow come through you, the flow of the light. So again, to be in a state of dancing is great over the next couple of weeks, especially if you're dancing joyously in celebration. And also laughter. Laughter is huge. So yeah, a strict regimen of YouTube videos of stand-up comedy on the ticket for sure. And again, it doesn't have to be spiritually oriented. It's just, we need to be laughing. We need to be in joy. We need to be in that state of trust in the creator. And when you're dancing and when you're laughing, you are in trust. You're not worried. You're not, having control issues, unless you're taking ballet, and then it's all about control. All right. Just kidding. Like, all dancing is the technique, and all that, but we're not being too literal here. We're being too literal. Okay, it's Virgo. Okay, 2 cards jumped out. What else do we need to know? Protection. Okay, this came up in our new moon reading. That is just reassurance to relax ourselves and our mind and our hearts, that everything that we have, all that is ours, all that is really set aside and meant to be ours, is protected, and it is for us, and it is there, and it will be set aside and safe. If it's not for us, then it won't be, and it will never be right. So don't cling. So again, like giving up control issues, open up your hands, open up your arms, release, be wide open to let leave what needs to leave and let come in what needs to come in, but knowing during all of it that you are protected and guided. And what is yours will be safe and protected as well. So don't close your vessel off in a state of franticness or anxiety, right? That closes the vessel, it contracts. So we would be closed off to the light, and it's spilling out everywhere, and the opponent is like lapping it all up. Divine magic. So extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. We talked about this in the workshop, so be sure to go back and watch it for a more in-depth explanation. But quickly, I will just point out that right now, during this window of time, this isn't just people who are Hebrew oriented or who are actively participating in Rosh Hashana. This light is coming in, it's influencing everyone. Just like the astrological influences are just like influencing everyone, whether you're aware of it or not. This light of the creator, the surrounding light, is gathering right now. It's forming. And so the opponent is trying to sneak in and steal all this light to take to the other side. And so the opponent is trying to trick us up in order to cause us to contract, to close off our vessel in fear and lack and doubt and jealousy and blame and victimizing ourselves and despondency and shame in any way it can to make us fall out of affinity with the light, to get us into a downward spiral so that we can't receive, so that we're not even in vibrational alignment with the light to receive it, so that the enemy can take it. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to remember divine light is surrounding us right now. So we need to resist the temptation to believe the illusion that we're being threatened in any way at this moment. Everything is fine. It's all an illusion. It's all a trick so that you'll short circuit, and the devil is going to steal your blessing right before it comes in. And we are prepared. We're not going to let that happen. We are protected and divinely directed. Okay. And what is one last card for us for this week when it comes to what we should know about our dreams and our goals and the things that we want to manifest? Contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So again, visualize what you want to call in, what you want to create. Visualize and put your attention and your focus on what you want to grow, not obsessing over what you're trying to avoid or what you fear or what you don't want to happen. Instead, focus on what you do want to create. Focus on what you do want to build. Focus on what you want more of. reflecting right now. Okay, I'm going into the new spiritual year. Who do I want to be this year? How do I want to show up? What am I going to give to my dreams? How am I going to double down on my effort so that I can actually up level? The up level doesn't happen for you. It requires you to do the earning, the building. The light will support you. The light will bring you resources, inspiration. The light will bring you energy. The light will bring you guidance. The light will bring you helpers. But ultimately, you have to take the action. You can't lay there inactive. You've got to be the one setting your mindset, choosing your thoughts. This is how we use our free will. God will not intervene. He will not force us. We have free will. We are not puppets. Even if we wanted to be, it doesn't work that way. So we choose our thoughts. We choose our feelings. Our thoughts, when they're perpetual enough, create moods. When our moods are perpetual enough, they create emotional states of being. When our emotional states of being last long enough, they create mental dis-ease, right? We have, we need to manage and maintain our garden, right? We need to cultivate that. The kingdom of heaven is within. Seek that first, and everything else will fall into place. So we need to maintain that sense of peace on the inside and really contemplate what it is that we're calling in, what we want moving forward, how we're going to show up in our each day, how we're going to take step by step. We haven't talked about the literal astrology around the Virgo new moon. We've really been, focused on the themes of Rosh Hashana. But the Virgo new moon is having us look at our routines and the way we show up for ourselves. Are we keeping healthy routines? Are we building on healthy structures? Are we doing things in a sustainable way that yield, productive results? Are we doing things to the best of our ability? Are we mindful of the details? Virgos are perfectionists, but they're also really astute and great, and they can see what in detail. They notice the small things that make the difference. So look to the details in your life. Where can you tweak things that will make a big difference for you? All right. So yes, music for manifesting. Really contemplate what you want and visualize it coming in. There's so much magic surrounding us right now, so much light from the Creator waiting to come in. So the key now is to not short circuit, not trip ourselves up with self-sabotaging, with limiting beliefs, with fear, with lack and doubt, things that close us down and make us contract. We want to stay open and expanded and optimistic and hopeful and grateful and excited and in a state of celebration. And just know and keep reminding yourself that everything that you have is protected, that you're not going to lose anything that is meant to be for you, and that everything that is playing out right now to trigger you and to push you is part of the test leading up to Rosh Hashana. It's part of the process, right? And so don't take it personally. Anticipate that the opponent is going to be trying its best this week. So again, just be watchful. There were so many times in the last couple of shifts this week that just little things nearly set me off just because of all the other mounting pressures of everything else around during these few weeks in this time period. And I'm just laughing tonight because there have been some things that have been so ridiculous. I looked at my friend and I was like, I honestly feel like that was just the literal Satan that did that to me. It's the dumbest, this shit. Somebody yesterday, this lady is like, Liz. I'm I clearly have my hands full. They're done with their meal. I'm what is this urgent? I go over there. I'm and they've been frantic, these women. Oh my God, the whole time talking over one another, screaming over everybody, talking at once. I'm what? Have people lost their complete connection to what is rude anymore? Or does anybody have any dignity or manners? My God. So I go over there, hands full, obviously trying to deal with 16 other tables on different ends of the earth. And this woman is is this pudding? And I'm no, that's your porcini mayonnaise. They just came with your sandwich. You don't have pudding. Why would there just be pudding on the table. We haven't brought dessert. Like, we haven't even talked about dessert. Like, we just, like, this is pudding. Like, that was the fucking devil. Trying to make me go postal in that moment. Almost. It's like this close. This close. Just keep it together, people. Just keep it together. Try not to blow a gasket. Try not to be reactive. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. We are protected and we are divinely directed. Bless you as you move forward. Go on and be fruitful. And then also watch out for my new moon workshop. It will be dropping as soon as it's done editing and uploading. I'll do that tomorrow, not tonight. All right, y'all. Ciao. Shana Tova. And I will mention, if you've been hearing me talk about Rosh Hashana and you're like hype, you're like, yeah, I want to get that soul dry cleaning, you can stream Rosh Hashana through the Kabbalah Center, www.kabbalah.com. It's a Kabbalah, Kabbalah, yeah. And you will go under events, live events and classes, choose live events, and then you will be choosing Rosh Hashana broadcast from New York. You're going to choose the New York broadcast with Michael and Monica Berg. That is the main broadcast with the lead, like, Kabbalah teachers at the Kabbalah Center, Michael and his wife. They don't really call themselves rabbi. So the Rav, the teacher, that is him and his wife. They will be leading the processions and ceremonies and rituals. But you will be able to stream that live. I think it might be a pay what you can situation. You will probably have to you'll have to sign up for a free account. And it's just like an email and a password. And then from there, you'll be able to access the live stream. Yeah, it may be a pay what you can. You can pay $1, you can make $25. They'll have a suggested donation, but whatever you can afford is fine. I personally have a membership with the Kabbalah Center. I think it's worth it. I love taking the Kabbalah classes all the time. And they have, there's more content on that website than I will ever be able to use or to get to. And there are constant classes going on all the time. There's on-demand classes, there's Zoom classes, there are teachers, there are, services that you can, get through them. Natal chart readings to do with your tikkun. You can book tikkun healing sessions to figure out what it is you have to resolve to get to the next level. All of that. I love the Kabbalah Center. But yeah, so if you want to stream Rosh Hashana, it will be starting at sunset on Friday. And it will be going through sundown on Sunday. And so I'm not sure what time. It'll be Eastern Standard Time, probably starting around 6. So yeah, you'll have times and everything there if you go looking for it. But if you guys do participate, Shana Tova. All right, ciao.